Okay, so hopefully these are the final piece to my suspension upgrades. These are the rear shocks that are going to replace the old KYBs that I have on there. The reason I waited on getting these and doing them last was because of the rubbing. So if you watch my last video, I rolled the fenders. That really helped a bunch. I wasn't sure if I was going to get these Bilsteins. So these are the Bilsteins I got from Streeter Track, or if I was going to get like a set of air shocks. But everything I read about the air shocks is that the mount points for the shocks coming up into the car, if you get them pumped up too much, hit a bump too hard, it could actually blow them out. I didn't want to take that risk. So plus the air shocks could jack up the back, which I don't like the raked look. I do like how it's sitting right now. So I decided to go ahead and go with the Bilsteins. They're a little bit stiffer than the KYBs, from what I understand, which is fine because I want a little bit of handling, but these are also, high-end shocks, so they should ride pretty well as well. So I'm gonna throw these on and I'll take you along. First thing I'm gonna do on this is pull the back seat back out. I had it a little bit loose. There's some clips in there, so I just pulled it out and made it a little bit easier for this video, but that's not what this video is about. Okay. And next, there's these body plugs right here that I need to pull out. So I'm gonna pop those off. And I don't want to set them on the nice, we just did the rear deck thing there, so I don't want to set them there. Gotta pull those out. Here's what they look like. They're just here and here. And then there is, okay, you can see inside of there and in there. That's the top of the shock mount. So I'm just gonna pull those nuts off, the washers and whatever bushings are there, and then we'll go to the bottom. Okay, this is what they look like underneath. Already got the top disconnected, it's just sitting there. So once I undo that, now my my plate here is aftermarket. That's from Quick Performance because I got the larger 9-inch from Quick Performance. So your plate might look a little bit different. I'm just zipping these off with a impact. Now, if your shocks are still good, don't do that. If you're planning on reusing them. These are old and ruined, so I don't have to worry about it. But what you want to do is take that nut off while holding the end of this little bolt here. So when I put the other ones on, that's what I'll have to do. So because this is under the car and I don't have 5 hands, I'm gonna do that real quick and then we'll get back to the new ones. Got the nice sunset backdrop for the unboxing. So let's take a look at these new Bilsteins and see what they come with and what they look like. There's some hardware there, that's good. So it looks like we got the bushings. Oh, here we go, let me just open this up carefully without spilling it everywhere. So we got these bushings, got the plates that'll be on the end. It's got a vinyl or the nylon locking nuts. So it looks like we got everything we need there as far as mounting them. We won't have to reuse any of the old hardware. Oh, look at this. Anything in there? There's instructions in there. We better get those. Mounting instructions. Important, read this first. Installation of shock absorbers requires special tools and expert knowledge. Getting eaten by mosquitoes. According to installation of Bilstein products must be performed by a qualified suspension specialist. Am I qualified? It says use the chassis hoist, blah, blah, blah. If you choose to install the Bilstein product without necessary special tools, expertise, or chassis hoist, you may subject yourself to serious risk or bodily injury, or even death. If you elect not to use the chassis hoist, at least make sure your vehicle is on level ground. It's taken care of. It's up. It's fine. Never get under the vehicle if you haven't checked to make sure it's gonna fall. Yeah, it won't fall. Okay, so there's our warnings. It says disassemble the rear shock according to the manufacturer's procedures on the Bilstein shock absorber. Install the provided mount parts on the in order as shown. Tighten upper nut to 34 foot-pounds. That's what I needed, 34 foot-pounds. Okay, so we got a torque spec. We have our hardware here. It came with this little cover on it. I'm assuming that stays. I don't know. That I'll have to figure out if that stays or that goes. I think that comes off though. This is just there's like a plastic holder here. And that comes off. Oh yeah, we want to keep that because that just is like that otherwise. So we want to keep that on there. See, I'm totally not qualified for this. I'm risking injury or death just for your YouTube entertainment. Okay, so the part we can do above the car, we're gonna put this washer on, and you can see, kind of have it on there with the little rounded side and then the saucer on that side. This one here, we're gonna put with the little bump upwards. And then when we do the other side, we'll put this up in the car, and then we'll put that bump downwards on that bushing. Kind of see it, yeah, right there. And it'll go like that. This will be flipped like so. And then we'll put the nut on and 34 foot-pounds of torque. That's gonna be hard to get a torque wrench in there though because of where it's at, but we'll figure something out. All right, let's see how this videos. Here's what I'm doing. You have one of two choices. One, you take this plate off and put the shock in, put the plate back on, tighten everything up. Or two, you do like I'm doing and muscle it up and push this sucker in there. That's what I did on the other side. See if I can do it on this side without looking too weak. So I already got the bushing and the thing on there. Now this is where it gets hard. Oh gosh. Yeah. Whew. Yep, looking weak. I'm gonna have to edit this part out. I was able to get the other one, so I know I could get this one. I just gotta get in the right spot here. There we go. A little more. Yeah, these are pushing against you the whole time, so they're not easy to. God dang it. And that, kids, is why we work out. I'm sure I was right in the way, but that wasn't easy. And let me tell you, it's gonna fool you because you're gonna get your old one in there, out of there, and that one's gonna be easy because there's no gas left in it. So there is a little bit of difference on these. So bushing and whatever, the washer thing is the same, but the top is gonna have this non-self-locking nut, and then the bottom, if I can get it, is gonna have a nylon locking. So just an FYI, those are a little bit different. So get the non-locking on top, nylon on the bottom. On my bushing first, then my washer, and an anchor. Which means I gotta get my fingers in there and find it. There we go. If you can't, you're gonna have to get a magnet. So get that on there where it belongs. There we go. And the non-locking nut. So looking at this, this one has an Allen key on the end. So what I need to do is find out what size that is. And then this is a 17, so that's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to get a 17 that, I have one of these with a ratcheting end, and it actually pivots on the end, so I'm gonna use that for this with the Allen key. I'm gonna go grab those. First off, hopefully one of these Allen keys fit, so it's a pretty big one, so let's try this one. See if that fits. Nope, that's a little too big. So let's go to the next size down. Looks like that's a 3/16. Let's see if this works. That's a little loose, so this must be metric. Of course, it's Bilstein, it's German. All right, let's see which ones of these it is. Try the 5. And that's it, it's a 5. Okay, and I talked about the pivot, but what I'm gonna use is this crow's foot. That way, once I get it tight, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the torque wrench, and then we should be able to get the right torque on there. All right, those tighten down. I'm gonna go ahead and put these body plugs back in. Pop in as they're supposed to. There we go. Then we go to the underneath of the car. All right, now that we got the top done, let's head down here. And again, that little bump, that's the old one. I don't want that one. This is the new one. Just gonna go towards the top. That's gonna go like so. And then one of these nylon locking nuts on there. Get the thread right. Okay. Let's have I didn't look before, which I should have. If that's the same Allen key, or if there's anything to hold this side. There is we can put a wrench right there. That'll be good. And then I can actually put a socket on the end of this rather than the claw foot. So let me do that. Still a 17, so let me go grab that. Okay. So, let's see if this fits. Nope. That was a 24 millimeter and that didn't fit, so I'm just getting an adjustable wrench here, getting it to where it'll fit. Hopefully. Open it up a little more. Okay. Dang it. Gotta keep it on there. All right, I'm going to attack this with a digital torque wrench. Let's see here. See if it picks it up better, because the other one just didn't seem to be clicking. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's tight. Yeah. So it just didn't like the click style. So, all right, let's go over to the other side and I'll get that done. Hopefully quicker. All right, there we go. Finished in the dark. Now I'm gonna get all my stuff out of here and we'll take it for a test drive.